I'm Katherine Schreiber for Broadway and Beyond TV and Reach TV. And I can think of no one better to have on the show for Black History Month than these two amazing producers, Stephen Byrd and Alia Jones-Harvey, who are true trailblazers and are making such a difference in our community. I'm going to admit them now. Now you're all here. I am so thrilled to have you today here on Broadway and Beyond TV. I couldn't think of anyone better to have on the show this week. I just found this tidbit when I was doing research on you, that in 164 years on Broadway, there have only been 5 Black lead producers, and that is just absolutely astonishing. And
actually, it's 4.
4?
You had Camille Cosby, you had Ashton Springer, and it could be 5. There's one other.
You had Ken Harper and you had Woody King.
Yeah.
Those were the 4 before we came on the scene 15 years ago.
And made such a difference. And I know you started Front Row Productions to help shine a light on the diversity that we needed on stage and off stage. And you were really 14 years ahead of the Black Theater Coalition. They really rode on your shoulders. So before we talk about all the amazing things you're doing, I love to find out, first start with you, Stephen. Where are you from and what made you get into this business and what created your passion?
I'm from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Went to Wall Street, and through a number of coincidences, I pivoted towards film investing. But I did identify a lane between Tyler Perry and August Wilson that had not been addressed as far as theater itself was concerned and project. Yes.
Yeah.
And so we wanted to come down the middle of that. And the way I addressed it was to go after brands such as Cat on a Hot Tin Roof, Streetcar, not start with anything brand new as such, but something that had a brand that we could do a little bit different with colorblind casting to some degree. I call it non-traditional casting because these plays had never been done with African Americans before, but it had never been done in that way. And these are the plays that I thought resonated with me. If you look at Streetcar, they only had one African American, one Black, if you will, in New Orleans. And we all know that is not New Orleans. So we wanted to tentpole it with Broadway royalty, i.e. James Earl Jones, who I went after to play Big Daddy. And
I read about that, how you, just tell us a little bit how you had the nerve to go talk to him and how that all happened.
Well, I've always wanted him and seen him as Big Daddy. I didn't think of anyone else. Yeah. And so his agent basically said he'll give us 15, 20 minutes. And I met him at the Nico Hotel at the time in LA. We sat down and we talked for an hour and a half or even more. And I finally got around to asking him to play Big Daddy. And he jumped up and said, I always wanted to play that cracker. So, but that's how we got started, by doing traditional brand shows.
And how did you get started, Alia?
I was lucky enough to meet Stephen while I was in business school. I was transitioning into financial services from consumer products work with Procter & Gamble. And a friend of mine from undergrad suggested that Stephen was the person for me to talk to. Almost immediately, we started talking about this idea of Cat on a Hot Tin Roof. Never saw myself actually producing until Stephen made this suggestion and brought me on board to help bring Cat to life. And so I think we were standing in the back of the theater on Broadway. We were seeing the show every night, and this had to be a few shows after the opening, and we loved that show so much we saw it every night. And so so we were standing in the back of the theater in the middle of the first act, like we should do this again. Right. And that was kind of the point when we said we're gonna keep going.